Mike Tyson's use of the peekaboo style is one of the most famous strategies in boxing. He learned this method from his mentor, Cus D'Amato, and it became a key part of his success. The peekaboo guard is different from many other styles because it focuses on defense and offense at the same time. Tyson's aggressive approach made the style even more dangerous for his opponents. In this video, we will explore how Tyson used this technique to dominate close-range combat in the heavyweight division. One of the first things to understand about Tyson's peekaboo style is its unique stance. The fighter holds his gloves up high to protect his face and keeps his elbows close to his body. This guard makes it hard for an opponent to land clean punches. Tyson would constantly move his head in small motions, making him a tough target to hit. The movement of the head is a key part of the defense. Tyson could slip punches by moving his head left or right in quick jerks. This head movement also helped him get closer to his opponent without taking much damage. The guard allowed him to close the distance fast, which is vital in close-range combat. When Tyson got close to his opponent, he would unleash his powerful punches. His punches were not only hard, but also very fast. Tyson's speed and power were some of the best in boxing history. He used his short frame to his advantage. Being shorter than most heavyweights, Tyson could get inside the reach of his taller opponents and attack their bodies and heads. The peekaboo style helped him do this effectively. Once inside, Tyson would deliver a combination of hooks and uppercuts. These punches were deadly in close range because his opponent had little time to react. The guard kept Tyson's face safe while allowing him to throw punches with great force. Tyson's ability to cut off the ring was another important part of his use of the peekaboo style. By cutting off the ring, Tyson could trap his opponent in a corner or against the ropes. This limited the opponent's movement and gave Tyson a chance to attack more freely. The peekaboo style helped Tyson move quickly while staying protected. Tyson's footwork was crucial in this part of his game. He moved forward aggressively, using small steps to close the distance. His head movement kept him safe as he advanced toward his target. Once he had his opponent trapped, Tyson would unleash a series of fast punches aimed at the body and head. This pressure often led to knockouts, or forced the opponent into defensive positions where they could not fight back effectively. One of the reasons the peekaboo style worked so well for Tyson was the way it combined offense and defense. In most boxing styles, a fighter has to switch between attacking and defending, but in the peekaboo style, the fighter can do both at the same time. Tyson used this to overwhelm his opponents. He would slip a punch and immediately counter with his own punch. This kind of counterpunching was very effective because it caught the opponent off guard. They would throw a punch miss and then get hit before they could recover. Tyson's speed and reflexes made this technique even more effective. His ability to move from defense to offense in a split second made him one of the most dangerous boxers in close-range combat. Tyson's body punches were also a key part of his close-range strategy. Many fighters focus mainly on the head, but Tyson understood the importance of attacking the body. By hitting his opponent's body, Tyson would wear them down over time. A hard body punch can make it difficult for a fighter to breathe or move as quickly. This creates openings for headshots later in the fight. Tyson's hooks to the body were fast and powerful, and they often set up his uppercuts to the head. The peekaboo guard helped him get into the right position to throw these body punches without getting hit in return. His opponents had to worry about both body and head attacks, which made it hard for them to defend themselves. Another thing that made Tyson's peekaboo style effective was his mental approach to the fight. Tyson was known for his aggression and intimidation. He would stare down his opponents before the fight and then come out of his corner with a fierce intensity. The peekaboo style allowed Tyson to stay in his opponent's face for the entire fight. He was always moving forward, always pressuring, and always looking to land a big punch. This constant pressure often wore down his opponents mentally, as well as physically. Many of Tyson's opponents looked defeated before the fight even started because they knew they would have to deal with his relentless style. Tyson's physical condition also played a big role in his success with the peekaboo style. He was in incredible shape during his prime, which allowed him to maintain his aggressive pace for the entire fight. His stamina was unmatched in the heavyweight division. The peekaboo style requires a lot of energy because of the constant head movement and the pressure it puts on the opponent. Tyson had the endurance to keep this up round after round. Even in the later rounds of a fight, Tyson was still dangerous. Many fighters would slow down after a few rounds, but Tyson could keep attacking with the same intensity. His physical conditioning was a big part of why his style was so effective in close-range combat. Tyson's ability to mix up his punches also made him dangerous in close-range combat. Many fighters rely on one or two types of punches, but Tyson had a wide variety of punches in his arsenal. He could throw jabs, hooks, uppercuts, and even overhand punches with great skill. This made it hard for his opponents to predict what was coming next. Tyson would often throw a hook to the body, followed by an uppercut to the head. This combination of punches was devastating in close range. The peekaboo guard allowed him to throw these punches from a safe position. His opponents had to defend against multiple types of attacks, which made it hard for them to survive in close-range exchanges. The peekaboo style also helped Tyson avoid getting hit with clean punches. Because he kept his hands high and his elbows tucked in, there were few openings for his opponents to exploit. Tyson's head movement made it even harder to land a punch. Many of his opponents would throw punches or miss, leaving themselves open to Tyson's counterattacks. Tyson was very good at slipping punches and then coming back with his own. This made him dangerous even when his opponents were attacking. Tyson could turn a defensive move into an offensive one in a split second. His ability to avoid damage while staying in close range was one of the reasons he was so successful in the heavyweight division. Tyson's footwork was another key part of his peekaboo style. While most people focus on his punching power, his footwork was just as important. Tyson moved with a purpose in the ring. He didn't waste time or energy with unnecessary movement. Instead, he used small, quick steps to stay balanced and in position to attack. Tyson's footwork allowed him to get close to his opponent without getting hit. He would slip a punch and then step forward to deliver his own. This movement was a big part of why Tyson was so effective in close-range combat. His ability to stay in the right position while avoiding punches was one of the reasons he was able to dominate his opponents. Tyson's peekaboo style also gave him a psychological edge over his opponents. The constant pressure he applied in the ring forced his opponents to make mistakes. Many fighters would panic when they saw Tyson coming at them with his gloves up and his head moving. They would throw wild punches in an attempt to stop him, but Tyson would slip those punches and counter with his own. This created a sense of helplessness in his opponents. They couldn't hit him, but he could hit them. This mental pressure was a big part of why Tyson was able to dominate the heavyweight division for so long. Tyson's use of the peekaboo style was a key factor in his success as a heavyweight boxer. The style allowed him to combine defense and offense in a way that overwhelmed his opponents. His head movement, footwork, and ability to slip punches made him hard to hit, while his speed and power made him dangerous in close-range combat. Tyson's physical conditioning and mental toughness also played a big role in his success. He was able to maintain his aggressive style for the entire fight, which wore down his opponents both mentally and physically. The peekaboo style was the perfect fit for Tyson's aggressive approach to boxing, and it helped him become one of the most feared fighters in the history of the sport. So, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to give this video a like and also smash that subscribe button while you're down there. Until then, keep exploring.